Yo, what's up guys, I'm back on a Fifa. This time we have this 87 Del Piero. Now I know it's a little bit weird for you guys because this is my first video with face cam, and it's very weird for me as well, and I'm also trying to get like the lighting and everything ready for it, so just bear with me, to be honest. Like I'm trying to get the right settings and everything, so, and this is just because this Del Piero card's new, it's in icon swap, so I thought I'd get him out now. In the games I played with him, I think it was something like 10 in the end. The stats aren't there because this was pre-recorded, but it was something like 13 goals and 9 assists in the end. It was something really, really good, considering that's like nearly 2,000 league division. I know at the time I was 1-9, but I went up flying. I won probably every single game with this Del Piero. It's really good. On stats then, so he's got 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. He's high medium work rates. He's got the right footed. He's got 88 pace, 88 shooting, 84 passing, 89 dribbling, and 70 physical. So on paper, it looks like quite a good card. In this video, I'm going to talk about the chem styles you can recommend with him, what positions you should play, whether it's worth doing the 12 icon swap tokens for him, and everything like that. So if you do enjoy the video or want to see more, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you after for the positive and negatives. Peace. So after playing like 10 games with Del Piero, I really got an understanding of the card and what chem style you use on him and everything. So personally, I actually think the engine chem style is better. I use Hunter for most of it because he's playing striker in a 4-4-2, and that's the formation I played this year. I was playing a 5-3-2, something like that. That's very ratty, but I now play a 4-4-2. It's really nice, to be fair. But personally, I think overall the engine, I'll speak why now, because of the agility, I felt it was a little bit low at times, and when I stuck the engine back on him, I really did enjoy that, to be fair. I've then gone and stuck the Hunter back on him just because I use him for most of the games with the Hunter, so I thought it was only fair to. But generally speaking, the agility at times, sometimes would be a little bit, not clunky necessarily, but just a little bit stiffer than what I probably would expect of his height. So that and the balance needs to go up a little bit, and the same with the passing stats. So overall, I do think the engine chem style is better overall. So certain stats I enjoyed, like the 5-star weak foot, that was amazing. Both feet would have really, really deadly shots, to be fair, especially with that, with the Hunter chem style, would have 97 finishing, he would have really high shot power, really high attack positioning. He would always be in the right position at the right time, and it would always be nice to like bounce off that like really fast attack like Vinicius, stuff like that. So that was good. Now the passing for me overall didn't really have many issues with it at all. He like mainly was like short passer, like tic-tac football. So I didn't really use it. When you play the 4-4-2, you don't really need the long balls. Obviously the wide players might run through sometimes, and he will have the ability to do that. And especially since you're going to put the engine chem cell on him, probably that will even go higher. So that's even better for that. The composure perfectly good in game. It really, really nice. I didn't really have any issues with his finishing at all. When he was 1v1, the only time I had really issues with his finishing is when I tried to finesse it on both feet. I don't know why. Sometimes like around the 18-yard box when they're bringing the keeper out, he missed the goal. I think you saw that maybe like 3 or 4 times with me. So that was a little bit an issue. So that's again why you should probably put the engine chem style on him to boost that curve. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any traits. He only has the flare trait. I would like him to have the finesse shot trait or outside the foot shot trait, but generally speaking, he doesn't. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because he's got a wide variety of shooting choices he can pick, and a wide variety of animations with his cards. That's really nice. The pace for me, perfectly good enough. He managed to outpace quite a lot of players like Kimpembe and Varane and stuff like that, which is very hard to do this year, considering they are the beasts of the centre backs, considering they're so cheap. So that was really, really nice to be fair. The physical attributes, the stamina was really good, to be fair. The strength, I didn't really have many opportunities to like showcase it or have 50-50s with him, because he was always in like that position where he's through on goal or in that position to shoot, so I wouldn't really have like opportunity to use that strength. But when he did, I feel like it was a little bit weak at times, and you would really kind of expect that to be 62 and sort of that. The air ability of the card, 64 and 64 is not really the best, to be honest. I wouldn't advise you playing up in the air to him. He's not that kind of striker. He's more of like laying through and banging it with him, because he's got really good shooting. Even if you put the engine chem style, that 90 finishing base on either foot is really nice, to be fair, and especially complementing that the 4-star skills. Obviously it could be 5-star and it could be even better, but generally speaking, 4-star skills is perfectly good enough, and you can definitely get yourself into the box with it. So on overall scores then for this card, so I normally do all like pace, shooting like individually, and then I'll go for a value for coins, and I'll also put like what I think's worth, like with the tokens and that in here, because I feel like people would want to know that. And I'll also put my overall score. So first for me is the pace. Now the pace overall I felt was quite decent in game. I didn't even have many issues with it, to be fair, especially since I had the Hunter chem style. It felt really, really good. So overall for that, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I really did enjoy the pace. It was just very electric when you like L1 run in through on goal, and you could use the L1R1 triangle ball, which is the over the top through ball, the really OP one this year, and you get onto the end of it really, really nicely, to be fair. Now, next up for me is his shooting. Now, this personally is the best asset for him. Really, really good overall. So I'm actually giving it a 9 out of 10. There's not many icons for the price that are going to rival him, and especially since he's 12 tokens, I feel like he's got similar finishing to that Rooney card, so take that how you will. Now, the passing for me overall, I didn't really have many issues with it. It's quite average overall, and that's why you should probably put the engine chem style on him. But overall for that, I'm just going to give it a 7 out of 10. The vision's really good, to be fair. That's probably a standout stat. The curve kind of needs to be boosted a little bit, but overall, very good stats. Now the dribbling for me, so the composure's really good, the dribbling stats really nice, the ball control's amazing in game, especially when you use those like draw passes this year, really, really accurate and really good, to be fair. And then the reactions as well, really nice, to be fair. The balance is a little bit low at times, and that kind of goes with the strength, but the agility, it can be boosted, but it's also quite good in game, to be fair. So that, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. I do think that's fair, to be fair. It's like, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. So the physical for me overall, the stamina was the only one that I didn't have really many issues with. So overall for that, I'm just going to give it a solid 7 out of 10 as well. It was just literally, he wasn't really that kind of player to like play up in the air to or use his strength. He was mainly just a run from goal and use that pace, use that finishing, use that 5-star weak foot and stuff like that. So value for coins then. So I'm going to give this card for value for coins an 8 out of 10. He's coming in around 600k, and I do actually think it's worth it for that price. You're not really going to get many better striker icons for that price, to be honest. Do I think it's worth the 12 icon swaps? I'm going to say yes, right. So, the icon swaps I don't think are worth it. It's Rooney, I don't think he's worth it. I've heard quite bad things about Rio this year. I've heard quite bad things about this Desai as well. He apparently feels too skinny, so take that how you will, because I haven't really used them. That's just what I've been hearing, so... Generally speaking, 12 tokens for this card, really nice to be fair. I do recommend you getting this card out of all of them. And then probably pair it up with like some upgrade packs, like the fodder packs, stuff like that. So get yourself another like maybe mid-icon pack or something like that. Or just go with like the middle prime icon pack or something like that. Just something along the lines of, so get like build your club up, because you've got to think about this year with like how long are you going to use a card for, because there's no point getting a card that you're going to use for like a month. And this Del Piero card, I could probably see you using him until I would probably say like mid-February time, maybe March time, because when it gets to like team of the season, I feel like there's a lot better attacks than that. But overall for this card, really nice to be fair. I did enjoy it a lot. But that's all for my review. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit thousands by the end of the year, so if you help me towards that, I greatly appreciate it. If not, let me know what I can do better next time in the comments. But I'll see you in the next video, so peace out, guys.